The beautiful sparkling air of 646 as you guys tune into the radio and you're wherever you are. For the first week of January, you see on the new television Barbara, um, Barbara and her co-host Jason. They're known as the Smiths. Their husband and wife that also do the news out of Zarif. And the news is pretty straightforward. Barbara chimed in with a good morning, Duhara, on a beautiful first week of the new year. We already have some news happening with the weather. Zarif's weather report is saying that there's going to be a full swing of winter storms approaching on the coast over the next couple of weeks. So get those sweaters and those boots all ready for the new season. Isn't that right, Jason? Jason goes, "Oh, you betcha." But on to more serious topics. In regards to the recent election, as we know, Pauline Red is currently the acting president of Duhara. In the meantime, Jada Amberscott will be going to court, and that court date is pending. Of course, these are serious allegations, Barbara. As we know, news came out that Jada's campaign was most likely cooperating with the mafia, specifically the Meridian Mafia, and furthermore, some possible influence in terms of staged. I can't read. In terms of possible staged, sort of. What did I write here? Doesn't matter. I'll skip over that. So some of her kind of larger political events might have been partially staged. As for pop culture, the Darling Bastards have announced a Colton tour. Convenient timing, dodging the winter storms. And then Barbara hops on. We're talking about the peacetime draft, saying that the peacetime draft currently has had a 80% success rate in terms of young men signing up, and that young men should remember to go to their local drafting station to put their ballot in for the lottery. In the meantime, Duhara is anticipating its peace talks with Kenya, Kalta, and Sinpo on January 10th. It's going to be happening on Kaltan soil at an undisclosed location. And that meeting will have big repercussions depending on if it goes positively or negatively. But with that, that is sort of the larger scheme of Duharan news. We kind of have this out of character now. We have the weather, which is becoming an ever increasing concern. With even within the first week, a small storm, not anything big, but already getting a full kick of snow. That following the holiday season. Then we have the background of Jada Amberscott, who has a court trial that's pending at the time. So there's that and allegations. Stuff happening in the music scene. Darling Bastards are going to Calta. As well as some other happenings in terms of if anyone gives a shit about that. And then of course here on Duharan soil, in regards to the presidential election, Pauline Red won. But as you know, many of Jada's supporters are not happy about this. So there's some ever increasing tension there in the first week or so. But you guys are doing stuff as well. I imagine the party at some point would, comes together and is like, we have some time. The world's not ending anymore. Let's just take a chill pill. So you guys take it in 1 week at a time. So first, how we're gonna do this is I'm gonna have you guys, because there's only 3 of us here, I'm gonna break it down in 2-week bunches. Talking about what we're doing, what our characters are doing, um, or what they're probably doing, and then I'll have some I'll have I have a couple of events you guys can go to if you want to, and you guys will go together. I'll go from there. We'll play it by ear. But anyways, let me lower down the music a little bit for me. All right. So for the first 2 weeks, Jude. Start with Jude and Sunny.
That's me.
So Kaito, Slane's looking to get an apartment, right?
I sure am.
So, um, what town do you decide to go for?
I would love to go to Riverside.
Okay.
Nice and pretty on the water.
So you're looking for an apartment that had kind of facing the river. Can you kind of see over the river?
Yeah, something like facing the river, and top floor is mandatory.
Top floor? Okay. It's gonna be a pretty penny. Um,
Got it.
Alalin will help you pay for it.
Oh, that's so nice.
We'll get you a nice apartment. We'll get you mostly paid for like 7, 8 months, and we'll do the year
Hmm.
from there. Riverside is named Riverside because it is a huge, um, inter I forgot the term. Whatever. It's a major port for the distribution of goods within Duhara. So essentially, Orange Stockton, and Trooster and Norbury all send stuff to Riverside to then get sent to Zarif and Crossroads and to the rest of the nation, basically. Because Riverside is also the site of a pretty decently sized train station, and also some pretty major highways. 3 different train lines go to Riverside, as well as several bus lines, and also highways, and also freeway shit. So it's pretty important for that. Hence the name Riverside.
Hmm.
So getting a house on the water means it's a little noisy, but you're pretty high up, so it's fine. I imagine it's like a larger apartment complex that probably has amenities, like a pool and a gym.
Hmm.
A nice laundry unit, in-unit laundry, even better. Uh, and you have some pretty nice neighbors. They leave you alone. Um, Olalin gets an apartment. Um, hmm. I imagine he would get an apartment somewhere in. Let's see. I think we'll get an apartment also in Riverside, a little closer to where the train stop is, because I imagine he commutes to Zarif somewhat frequently to go see Jules.
Hmm.
Because Jules is going to be staying in her apartment with Morgan in Zarif.
Very cool.
Um, Sunny, Jules does want to talk to you though. Um, drop the music.
Oh no,
Uh,
Gary?
so Jules does want to talk to you though. This is probably within the first week or so. When the dust is settling and you guys are trying to go into the new year and seeing things change ever so slightly. Um, Jules will, I presume, let's say maybe with that allowance department.
Sure.
You're
So.
waiting. You're waiting. You're still hunting for your place.
Hmm.
Jules is still, waiting for Morgan to sort out the Zarif apartment. And I mean, I think Jules said thank you to everybody after it all happened, but she's making coffee for herself. She's recovering, kind of weak in the arm, on the side where the chip got put in, but nothing too severe.
Mm.
Um, and Long's out of the house for a little bit. He's doing some light grocery shopping when Jules approaches you, Jude or Sunny or whatever, and is like, "Hey, um, I read the documents finally, the ones from NXT,
Oh yeah.
by my mom."
Are you all right? Do you want? I like tap the couch next to me to like indicate
No,
that
it's
she can sit.
fine. She'll sit, but she goes, "Yeah, uh, she's dead."
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's alright. I had a feeling. I just thought I'd find her in there, maybe, but turns out she left, had me, and I'm the thing that killed her. Hmm.
I don't think you should see it like that. Maybe maybe you're her way of staying alive.
Thanks, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
I would say sorry for dragging all y'all out there, but
No, I don't
I got
blame
what I
you.
wanted, so
I
I'm
mean,
not really all that sorry.
I wouldn't be sorry either. It, one way or another, we wanted to go get you, regardless of why you were there. You know, we would have gone for you anyways, because we're buds.
Hmm. I'm glad to hear it, but I just wanted to tell you, if you need anything from me, um, just holler.
Yeah, I will. I will. He's like, don't hug her, don't hug her, don't hug her.
But I feel like I should tell you something. I I don't know if it'll do anything, but I felt like you should know.
Yeah,
Um,
you can tell me whatever you want.
it's about your friend Atticus. And I used to know Atticus, but I think the Atticus I knew doesn't exist anymore. But at the Christmas party, well, even can't believe the way we met this time around was you threatened me in my apartment, which I think is interesting, but that's fine. I've met people in worse ways, but at the Christmas party, um, he needed something from Morgan, and I don't know. I didn't really feel like passing the message along because I was like, he could just talk to her himself when he wants to. No, he was getting a third person involved, and he uh, I'm pretty sure he put a spell on me to make me do it, and I guess it's small. Well, it's not actually, but it just kind of surprised me because once I remembered everything, I was like, huh, okay. It
Mm-hmm.
was a little scary. I'm not scared of mages or anything like that. I mean, I was on the run from the government for a long time before I met Jugs, and he, got my stuff cleared for me. But I don't know. I just think the day when Atticus came into my apartment, and you know, did all of that. I think even though I know that, even though I guess before I thought he was great, I don't know. I don't. I see you and him interact a lot, and I think he's very scary. And I don't doubt that if push really came to shove, I don't. You get what I'm trying to say?
You don't have to mince your words with me. You just say it if you think it'll make you feel better.
It sounded like about me feeling better.
Oh
I
well,
just,
I I like put my hand on her arm, but I know what you mean. Or
I just,
what you're getting at.
I just don't doubt that. If push really came to shove, I, I'll just be careful. I know he's your friend, but be careful, because I've met men like that. And they become so dead set on something that they just keep at it. You know, it's the entrepreneur mindset.
I'll be careful. I promise.
All right. Well, I'll take a shower.
Okay. Um, did you finish making your coffee? You want me to finish it for you?
You can finish it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll finish.
All right.
Some will get up and go busy herself while she thinks.
Yeah. Jules will go take a shower.
I finished making her coffee for her to be nice.
Mm. Oh, yeah. So, anyways. um. All right. Your.
Sorry.
Oh. You okay?
Yeah, I went to open up the stream and then it disappeared. I hit disconnect. Anyways, hang on.
um. What does Sunny's apartment look like?
It's beautiful. It's big and open, and she has like one couch specifically for Fordian that's like wide enough so that if he needs to like it's like a pull-out couch. That's like a nice, pretty, like dark brown color with like fancy little like the those like old school like brown beads that used to be on couches for like embellishments and stuff. It has some of those. It's like so 60s it like hurts to look at. Like there's like the beaded curtains, everything's in some shade of orange, yellow, or gold. Or brown, I guess, technically. There's like shag carpeting. It's great. She feels so happy in it. Also so happy she gets to like decorate everything.
Oh yeah. And within this big ass apartment, big open apartment, Fortian, this is where you have been making home for the last like 2 or so weeks. Um, Very different from the big old cooler that you were living in. Um, how is Fortian like feeling like being one, I guess being out of NXT, but two, like really, I think this is Fortian's first time really being in human culture because you got carted away pretty quickly after you crashed.
Honestly, he's adjusting better than he expected he would be. It was weird transitioning at first because the coffee machine didn't start when he gave it commands. The cars didn't fly. There was a lot of things that like he's like, oh shit, I gotta do by myself. But as like time went on, like he's just like, oh, this is just kind of like a fun primitive vacation. He was like very much kind of like adapting, like not like super quickly, but he was just like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna be here for a while. I might as well enjoy myself. And you could kind of see. Oh wait. Yeah, no, kind of like with the Sunny's like couch. He's kind of built himself like a nest. It's just kind of he's used to sleeping. He's just like he just bundled up all the pillows together, and he just like he lays on top of them. That's kind of how he sleeps, and he's been kind of like indulging himself a little bit too much. Not like a lot because he does it because Sunny kind of terrifies him a little bit, and after that whole Gwen fiasco. But he has been indulging in the more archaic drugs lately. One of his particular interests is actually cocaine. The reason is because cocaine kind of went out of style a long time ago. So it was just kind of like there was no real ways to like actually get it, and so it's just kind of like got like it just wasn't manufactured anymore. And so like he was just like, oh wow, like you could just tell when he's kind of like out. He tries like, oh goddamn. And so I think for the first week he's kind of like, okay, I kind of have this idea of how these drugs work. I might as well learn how to make them. So that's kind of like his proficiency in like kind of like alchemy tools starts to kind of like seep in. If that's okay,
I think that's all great. That's all.
Yeah.
I think that's totally awesome. And you're, I heard it like towards the end of the second week, like once you're getting settled in and getting,
yeah.
your holdings is when you mentioned that you wanted to possibly look around the crime scene.
No, I was just like, yeah, that's kind of definitely what I'm thinking about. Is just like those 2 weeks were like kind of like just getting yourself readjusted. Like learning about the area, and now it's just like after those 2 weeks are, he's like, okay, yeah, no, I should probably like make some networks around here, like just kind of like learn the ground of how the criminals in this area work. So like,
I think. Go ahead. Oh, chat. Oscar.
yeah, sorry, no,
There you are.
I told my boss I wasn't gonna be. Never mind.
Kill him.
Anyways, yeah, just afterwards, he's just like, all right, time to set myself out. And so this is where he begins to kind of like start his network. Yeah.
Alrighty. So let me see. Um. Okay. So in terms of organized crime, and less organized crime, it seems like Duhara's like grouped crime is split between gangs and the mafia, right, or the various like mafia families. But now you make me an investigation check.
You got it. Investigation. Ooh, 12.
12. Okay, I think it's 12. I think even Sunny could tell you this part, but basically, like, 'cause I mentioned this in the news at the beginning portion of this game. The mafia has lost some of its status because a member of the got the family tree. Member of the Galante family, which was a major mafia family within Zarif and the greater Zarif metropolitan area, which includes Crossroads and Riverside. A mafia soldier named Fade snitched, and a bunch of the Galantes got like lost their influence and they got arrested.
Oh, shit.
There are still some other families though. Right now in the area that you're in for organized crime, the of family so there's the Russos, which the Russos were the main competitor of the Galantes, but now that the Galantes got gutted, they're slowly trying to make their way into, a lot of it is largely like money laundering and and shit like that.
Mm.
But a star to look out for, and one that's a little less family oriented, is the Bianchis. So the Bianchis run the Bianchi Casino in Zarif. It's in the red light district, which you learn is kind of the more poorer part of the city. The Bianchis are known for loan sharking and also selling goods from other countries that are illegal here in Zarif. They have a pretty decent sized, from what you learn, kind of talking around, I think, you learn they have a pretty decently sized clientele of people that like to collect like esoteric items and like shit like that. Some of their more like exclusive games like involve like gambling these like expensive items.
Oh.
And these range from like arcane, like weird text, not necessarily even occult, just like odd and unusual, to like unusual monster skin, monster hides, and like shit that's not available here. So those are the Bianchis. Alternatively, because Sunny did mention to you, as far as I know, that Fordian is like, hey, no crime, like no criminals in my apartment. If you wanted to get out of the Zarif metropolitan area, get out of Riverside, there's other families in Western Duhara, which is past past the Degmar Mountains. You live in Riverside, so there's trains that go right to Rocky Junction, right to wherever you need to go. In Meridian, there's two big families. There's the Oakherds and the McCreeds. The Oakherds, basically sheep mafia, and they're very old money. So they were one of the like that family has been in Meridian since
Family is this again? Just making sure.
this is the Oakherds, so Oakherds. The Oakherds are very old money. They're one of the main like founders, if you could call it that, of Meridian. Like they are a family that was there from the start. Back when Duhara was trying to put itself back together about 45 years ago. The Oakherds were a major driving force in getting Meridian the way it is and making Meridian a hub. So the Oakherds have a lot of connections with celebrities and a lot of connections with like, music studios and like, that kind of high life, right? With their main source of money is of course hosting private events and like private stuff. private, whether it's like, because it's illegal or because it's like, got high end clients that want private shows and stuff like that. That's what the Oak Herds like specialize in. So they have a lot of influence in all that stuff. The McCreeds, dog mafia, a lot of dogs, mostly dogs. They're very new money, so they came into Meridian later on. And a lot of their stuff is let me 1 second. Let me look at where's my Google Docs? Yeah. So what the McCreeds initially got their start smuggling alcohol from Calta, like some of the finer Calton wines and liquors, because that was illegal for a hot minute, because the first president of the new Duhara like owned like a wine and like beer company and like made getting anything else imported illegal. So that's where they got their start. No longer the case now. So the McCrees, what they would do is try to cut into the Oak Herds business by like getting like McCreeds into their like organized labor, like their like corporate ladders, and then extorting them. So for a while they're kind of feeding off of the Oak Herds until they got enough money to start going for like larger sources of smuggling. So they do still work pretty hardcore with Calta's cartel to get like illegal Calton goods into Duhara. And recently they've expanded to also try to get more Canyon goods into Duhara. So yeah. But they've been fighting for a while, the Oak Herds and the McCreeds. They've been digging out for a while. And if you wanted, sorry, go ahead.
So within the area I'm in right now, so it's the Galantes and what was the other one again?
So within the area that you're in right now, with the metropolitan area, you have the Galantes, the Russos, and the Bianchis. So the Galantes, they worked a lot with smuggling like drugs across like in like national borders. So they would bring stuff from Zarif into the West.
And they're the ones that are kind of down on their luck right now.
Yes, they lost a lot of influence. A lot of them are moving into politics to save face. So there's that. The Russos were the main competitor for the Galantes. They did pretty much the exact same business. Now that the Galantes are out of the game, the Russos are doing that. Especially because there was a gang that used to do that. They used to do both of their jobs that took over for a while, but then that gang got gutted. So really, it's the Russos that are really largely running like, and this is for more like not traditional drugs, right? But like ones that are not particularly instantly magical, but are very very strong.
Not
like
drugs are my thing.
Yeah, I mean like meth or whatever.
Yeah.
But then the Bianchis are loan sharking, trading of like very like esoteric goods, illegal gambling rings. Big money, big losses. That whole deal. Those are the main three families in the Zarif area. Now there are gangs in the Zarif metropolitan area that are separate from the mafia. The mafia is very family focused, so a lot of times you have to be in the family or know someone in the family to get in. So you'll have to kind of talk your way if you wanted to like get a shoe in with one of these families, as opposed to gangs, which gangs generally tend to have a more open door policy, but also tend to be less organized because of it.
Mm. And so what I'm thinking is 14 would kind of push his focus on kind of like, all right, what I know right now is drugs. That's kind of around my kind of area of expertise. So he kind of like leans more towards the the more powerful gangs, or
Okay.
yeah,
So if you wanted to focus on drugs specifically, I'm trying to think who would be a better bet to go towards.
yeah. Sorry, I'm not making your job easy.
No, you're fine. If you wanted to go for drugs, you have two options. Um, or really one option with an offshoot. um, so the Russos are a big like they do a lot of money laundering. They do a lot of drug smuggling. Their drug smuggling tends to focus on like pushing drugs out of Zarif and into the West. Um, because that was where a lot of the money was smaller towns, especially like Meridian. Like once the Oakhurst kind of lost their footing in like the drug business, um, the Russos kind of came in. But in terms of distributing drugs within the Zurich metropolitan area, while the Russos do a decent amount of that, they were heavily helped and worked in tandem with a gang called the River Boys. So the River Boys were considered the kind of the king of the East drug trade, and this is more like intense magical drugs that the Russos didn't really want to associate themselves with because the effects were so like extreme, right? As opposed to just whatever meth, right? um, However, a lot of the River Boys went to prison, are in prison now. So it's kind of considered like a shell of its former self. But there's still quite a few people in like smaller batches that are trying to kick it up again.
I see.
Um, so there is that. There's also the South Side Cobras, and they're not like a particularly scary gang for by any means. They're more of like they do a lot of like reckless parties and shit like that. But they have a lot of people within their gang that make drugs and then sell on in a more individualized basis. So not like a full drug ring or anything like that, but like a lot of your very experimental drugs are coming out of the South Side Cobras.
Oh. So I think since I since I put two points into or since I put 4 points into allies,
Well, you can do two, so you can either do the 4 points and get two allies, which those allies you would make, those would be people that obviously broke with me, but those would be NPCs that you would make that I would play, which basically was just give you a lot more control over like the specificities of a character. Or you could spend 3 points and just join one of these groups.
yeah, I could, and then at least
Yeah. And we would talk about like what the benefit would be, but also like joining full joining a group would mean that you'd have to abide by some of their rules or whatever like their restrictions are.
yeah. You see, the thing is, like, he's not trying to join a group. He's more so just trying to get the note,
Mm.
learn about them.
Oh, there's one other group that's actually you got a 12 on your investigation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you probably don't get too much about this last one then, but there are some rumors that there is a group of particularly like high up there elites they're they're loosely called the Blue Pyre, but there's no one that is like a figurehead of the Blue Pyre, right? It seems like it's like kind of a boogeyman, like largely conspiratorial, but the bits and pieces you get is that supposedly the Blue Pyre believe that like genetic modification is like the future of Duhara, so they use like magically enhanced drugs as a way of increasing like strength and agility and intelligence, and believe that like that's like the way to like push forward people and like the more mortal kind is through like enhancements. No one knows if they do anything with that or what they do specifically, but that's like the boogeyman kind of motto, whatever. So there is that as well.
Okay, so there's the Blue Pyre, Southside Cobra, which Southside Cobra is more experimental drugs.
Yeah, on like an individual basis, so that they're not like pushing anything.
Okay. So they're not like trying to sell anything, or
No, you'd have to like. It's more so like inconsequentially, a lot of the Southside Cobras also make drugs, but they're not necessarily pushing those drugs. It's more so like they make drugs for themselves and like their community to like get to like knock their socks off.
Okay, so they're crackheads.
They're crackheads, yeah.
Oh.
But they make cool drugs.
That, you know what? They might be beneficial. I'm not gonna join them, but like I just want to kind of make two offset allies, mostly. Just so like I have. Okay, let me think. I guess since I guess 14 would be kind of drawn to kind of like making a friend with the Russos.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably no one like too big up on the ladder. He knows that like he can't really like, make a friend too big up on the ladder. But maybe just like some kind of like just like a local, probably like a local boss or just someone like 40 in like. Are the Russos more open with like who can help with jobs or work?
If you wanted to make an ally that was someone that was like a more lower ranked, like whatever, like you become friends with them, and then like you ask them if they have work, and then go from there.
Yeah.
So you're more like loosely hired help. You know what I mean? That was like a merc kind of.
Yeah. No, that's kind of what 14 was kind of doing. Was that he was just like. Because he doesn't want to like attach himself, but he wants to kind of like present himself as someone who can help them.
Sure. I guess that's totally doable.
All right.
And then,
then with the Southside Cobras, 14 starts talking about formulas, like not like. So like one of the Russos, and then with the Southside Cobras, he kind of like, he talks to one guy, and he's like, "Hey, by the way, he kind of like starts giving like kind of ideas for how to make like newer drugs, since kind of like 14 is from that area where he has like this extensive knowledge on like kind of like intergalactic drugs, and he's like, maybe I can help maybe if I get in with these guys, I can like kind of like." It's just like he thinks that the Cobras could be useful at some point, so he kind of like helps them like kind of like build like kind of like make different drugs that like are closer but not like exactly.
Sure, yeah, and I think maybe the first like 2 weeks like meeting people and like meeting a person from the Russo, meeting a person from the South Side of Cobras, probably a good way to spend that. If you wanted someone in the South Side Cobras to like actually make like a new drug, you'll probably have to either get the ingredients for them or give them an avenue to get the materials. Because like for like one of the reasons why like there's not like a major like drug pushing ring that's like doing new drugs, experimental ones and pushing those out, is because finding ingredients is really hard. Because Duhara is pretty like the parts of Duhara that are not like highwayed out or trained out are like really hard to get to. So that's why the Russos focus on drugs that are like much easier to make in like in comparison with the other ones, right?
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, just like I think in 40 Mind's like, okay, one guy are the safer people and the other people are experimental. He kind of wants to look at both, like
mhm.
just work with kind of like both of them, just like probably like also like just getting high with the Cobras as well.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah.
the stuff's pretty decent. All these
Yeah.
considered, depends on who you talk to, obviously, but
Yeah, no, I'm sure some of them are crazy.
a lot of the magic drugs that you do take, funnily enough, you learn are not actually from Duhara. They're from other countries
Hmm.
that
See,
have like faster have better access to like magical shit that's like right nearby, as opposed to Duhara, which one of the drawbacks to like the amount of industrialization that Duhara has done is that it's destroyed a lot of like naturally occurring like magic, wells basically.
Yeah, and so probably with like the Russos, I made like a small friends, like kind of like a lower underboss that was like kind of like gives me work. I work with them a few times. We're pals that way. And with the South Sides, I probably just like it's probably is there like a crack den kind of like situation or
It kind of, yeah. The Southside Cobras, but all they do pretty much is like they're not too feared by the general populace, but they have like a set of neighborhoods that they are at all the time that they have like pretty thoroughly destroyed. Like they
yeah.
they're reckless partiers. They and like the neighbor. I wrote here, the reckless party behavior is fun to most, but the neighborhoods that host those parties often suffer the consequences. Um, so like the South Side was like basically own like large boroughs and like the red light district and like a little bit in the yellow light district, which
Hmm.
Zarif is economically divided by green, yellow,
So
and
is it
red.
just like a huge group that just turns things into Burning Man?
Pretty much, yeah, like all the fucking time.
Oh yeah, no. I think with 40, you just gonna like just get high, just probably just get really high with them, just like becomes friends with them just by doing copious amounts of drugs that way. Um, yeah. Sorry, do I need to be more specific?
No, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
I think this idea is good,
Yeah.
and we can later make a guy from the Southside
Yeah.
Cobras that like
No.
has what you want.
Yeah. No, I feel like probably just someone who like hands them out or deals with that or deals them.
Yeah, but I will say, I
There's
think
like a
with your expertise. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, someone like a distributor.
I think with your expertise, I think with your 12 investigation, although you don't get too much about any of the more like smaller like private groups, you get the sense that the reason the reason there's no like shimmer equivalent, right, in
Mhm.
Duhara is because um there isn't no one has discovered like an affordable and like easily sourceable way of like getting like really like the ingredients that would make like a real fucking banger drug.
Yeah. No,
You
that's kind
know, on like a
of
larger scale. Like Atticus makes his cron, but it's literally just for him.
yeah.
Um,
Ordian has asked him a few times. He said no.
yeah. So like, but you do get sense that if you did either find an ingredient or find a way to like harvest something, and we could talk about that or whatever, you might be able to get a more streamlined revenue if you wanted to.
He'll keep that in the back of his mind. I feel
Yeah,
like
but that'll be later. That'll be later. It's just the
that'll
first
be
two,
later.
just the first 2-3 weeks right now. You're just kind of talking things out, getting some ideas in your head.
Yeah, just like kind of like learning the place around him, in a sense. And with that, he's gonna need a car. I'm just kidding.
You're gonna need a car, and we will get you your car after this short message. Going back to Inu. Inu. Knock, knock, knock.
Oh,
So Castillo is focusing on his commune, right?
yeah.
He's He's rejecting humanity, returned to commune,
Return to nature. Yeah.
returned to nature. Um, so I guess like first things first. So you've been having your simulacrum do a lot of the heavy lifting, but now the Darling Bastards have announced this tour to Kalta, so you're not gonna have a simulacrum in Duhara very soon.
That's very rough. Yeah.
So I guess my first question is what has your simulacrum been doing? Like what has that guy been doing?
I think the main thing is we're trying to raise Castillo's popularity, get back to being the rock star on top.
All right.
And so we're just partying, being back to old Castillo, doing way too many drugs, being way too much of a reckless endangerment to himself and others. And we're just
All right.
indulging our fans.
Okay. That's good. That's good. And then I imagine I was thinking the Darling Bastards probably. One second. Cool. Something popped up on my screen that threw me off guard.
How was it?
Just my CPU information. I was like, oh, okay.
Just in case you need to know it.
Cool. There we go. My brain is loading as I try to return to reality. Oh yes, okay. So okay. I think Assuming Lacron probably leaves sometime at the end of the first week. Beginning of second week. So when you get to the apartment, I think over the last it hasn't been long since you've put your simulacrum up there. So I imagine it's mostly spent the time, you know, getting the house ready, getting the house looking nice. And I think it's been occasionally inviting over trying to lean more the fan angle.
Yeah. Our house finally has furniture again.
Getting your young impressionable fans to come over your house.
Totally not sus.
Telling us I think you probably have I think it's probably quite a small group of group he's been very liberal with inviting people over.
Yeah.
So I imagine once you get there, you knock at the door, and it's three girls and a guy that are expecting that were oh my god, anticipating coming here.
Oh. Hello, guys. Come on in.
They'll come in. They'll chat. And they pick up the conversation from a point where you have no fucking idea what they're talking about because you weren't there. They ask you about your tour.
Yeah, I'll tell them all about it. I'm sure
Mhm.
Castillo knows at least the very minimal details about where they're going and
Mm-hmm.
what kind of songs they're
Mhm.
playing. Probably new songs as well.
Yeah. And at some point, I think one of them will be like, "Oh, that's so awesome," but so how long are you gonna be gone for?
How long is the tour going to be, Leo?
The tour's gonna be a good couple months.
Not too long, just a couple months. Be back in Doha before anyone knows it.
They all seem a little disappointed by this. They're really gonna miss you.
You guys can always come with.
You're invited to cult.
No, actually.
I was gonna say, you know.
Yeah, you guys, we can always just have parties here. I'm pretty capable of moving back and forth. You know, wonders of magic and all that. At this day and age,
Are you like a private like teleport spell or something?
I've got a couple of them.
That's awesome. I mean, if you say so, and then they all like happily accept like an invitation to keep coming over.
Yeah, I'll even set them up with their own rooms
That's
if they want
crazy.
them.
Chat, that's crazy, right?
If he was a rock star with a mansion, he probably has way too many rooms than he knows what to do with anyway.
That's true.
I just hope my husband doesn't mind me inviting strangers to live with us.
Forrest, I think at some point definitely raised some eyebrows, and we'll confront you about it. We'll be like, "Hey, babe, what are you doing?"
People, they want to stick around. They like being around us.
Right, but they're strangers.
Well, everybody starts out as a stranger.
Do you even know these people?
I think that one's name is Charlie.
Okay, that's not a good start. If you think his name is Charlie,
I think the simulacrum knows him. So, surely they're fine, right?
I'm
The
sorry.
simulacrum.
Your simulacrum.
Oh, do you not know about the simulacrum?
Steve, have you actually talked to these people?
I just talked to them. They're pretty nice.
There's no. Are you being serious?
Yeah. I mean, they're capable. What are they going to do? We just, if they call us trouble, we'll kick them out. Best way to help people is to keep them close and guide them on the right path.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm good at these, kind of. 14?
14. Okay. Um. Hmm. Okay. With the 14, I think he doesn't look convinced, but also he's not gonna fight you. You get the sense that he knows you're going through a lot, whatever that may be.
You'll kiss them on the cheek and don't worry, I used to spend days with strangers at the time. Wake up in places I don't even know. But, at least we're home. Home is a good start.
Okay, babe. Whatever you say.
It'll be great. Just trust me.
He looks at you unconvincingly. Like,
And Steel will keep inviting people over and giving them places to stay.
okay, make me just like a maybe like a straight charisma.
Ooh, I'm not good at these. Oh, 20 not natural?
Why not natural? Okay, okay. That's not too bad. I think you're able to get like a solid. It depends. Do you want just do harming people, or do you want to, there's some Colton people in the mix?
Oh, we'll take anyone.
It depends. That's if you actually want your simulacrum. If you want to actually swap with your simulacrum for like a couple of times over the next like couple of.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I imagine Cassia likes to stay on the up and up while they're out and about, if you can't keep an eye on them in Duhara.
Okay. In that case, okay. In that case, I think a combination of you probably get like 4 Coltons. Write this down.
Okay.
Like 4 Coltons, and then maybe like 5 or 6 Duharans. We'll say 6. We'll be generous.
Awesome. So many new friends.
Imagine one of the Duharans that you meet is your girl.
Gee, Misty.
She's super great, very organized, good with people. So she just ruined.
That's his favorite.
That's his favorite. Biased ass motherfucker.
Very biased. Very unfortunate trait of mine and Castillo's.
Alrighty. Hmm. Don't think. All right, now the other important thing. You wanted to talk to your brother about something.
Brother, I did.
Okay. Do you want to roleplay that out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come with a big bro.
All right. I imagine so when you go to visit Marcelo, Marcelo is very much kind of been a busy bee lately. He has been like when you go to visit him, it seems like he like we'll say you visit on like a random like a random Thursday, right? Like, maybe like second weekend, or whatever. And he looks like he's prepping to like go off. He has a jacket kind of similar to like your father's jacket, like your father's like OG jacket, not the one that he got from his dad now. Um, he's got his holsters. He's got some new boots, a couple magic items. He looks like real suited up. He's like, oh, Castillo. You told me you were coming today. But what did you need?
Well, I was going to ask you about pull out the last resort. I had some questions about like the mechanics and how this thing works, and if you could do something for me.
Oh my god, that's gun. How'd you get this?
Well, the combination to the safe isn't very hard to guess, and the safe is not very well guarded.
Hmm.
We should probably visit that again, considering it's just sitting in the middle of Lando with no one there.
Hmm. Well, I didn't think I'd ever get to see the thing.
I never
Um,
thought to like take a peek into the safe.
no, I mean, mom and dad said no, so I just figured that they meant it.
Yeah, no one really listens to people telling them not what to do. We kind of just do our own thing. But good for you for
Marcelo,
listening.
so fucked up.
definitely a better child than the rest of us.
Okay, okay.
No, I probably shouldn't be carrying this thing around. It would probably
He'll,
be.
he'll take it if you give it to him.
Yeah.
He holds the gun in his hand and he sort of is like not scared of it, but is like very much like almost like overly cautious with it.
Don't worry too much. It's not going to just randomly go off. I've been carrying that thing around for a while now. And it's like Christmas or Candlelight Eve. Maybe a few days before that. Safe? Probably. I was wondering though, I believe there's a couple different batteries in that. Do you think it would still work if we took one out?
No, I think it would break, but
Oh, I think it would break.
no. I could separate them, and then we'd have. I think the way he put them in, he sort of um. It seems like he rewired it or to disperse the liquid, but that I could totally doable to break that up. I think.
Really? That would be awesome if you
Yes.
could. I could pay you to do it if you want.
No, you don't have to do that. I just if you could hmm, when I finish, if I'm able to do it, would you be willing to give me a battery?
Yeah. That'll leave one for me, one for you, and one left in the gun, I believe, right?
I mean, I could take both off your hands if you don't want to have just a loose one.
I know I have plans for the loose one.
For the loose one?
Yeah.
Oh, like what?
Um, something was taken from me and I really need to replace it.
Okay. So you have plans for one of them?
Yes.
Okay. So do you need both? I could take both. I don't mind.
Um, and the gun would probably be better off in your hands. So you can have the remaining ones. I just need one.
Okay. Make an insight check.
Really? 16?
Okay. With the 16, he's stoked. He's like so excited to work with these.
You have any plans on what you're gonna do with them?
I just I've had some ideas for some weapons for a while, but I never had the heart to tell Dad that I wanted to borrow some of his stuff. So I don't think he would let me if I asked for a battery. I don't think he would let me have it.
Yeah, people get touchy about batteries and all that stuff. I guess from what happened forever ago, but
Hmm.
um,
No, I have some ideas.
can I see it? Really interested in whatever you're working on. Feel like we
Mm,
haven't gotten to hang out
I
since
don't
like
really have
ever.
anything solid. just some sketches. 1 second. And he'll pull out. He runs your father's gun shop. In lieu of your father. So Marcelo hasn't done much in his life. I mean, you've always known him as the brother that like runs the shop, but he is very knowledgeable. And does know what he's doing for the most part. He shows you his ideas for your father had an idea. I don't think you've ever actually ended up doing this, but your father had an idea for a gun that could swap between the different elements. But I think it had a pretty high what's the word? It had a pretty high like rate of a misfire rate. That's what it was. It had like a decently high misfire rate. So he has one that's like a redesign of that idea, and then he has another one that what the fuck? Oh, there you go. He has another one that's like a redesign of another gun that your dad did, or he wanted to do like a big kind of what are they called? Like a big Gatling gun esque design that he's working on. So yeah, I mean like a lot of little things. Nothing too crazy, and a lot of it is like very rough sketches, but yeah.
You all think they're cool. I'll ask questions about him. He knows nothing about guns. Be very intrigued. And are you perhaps going on like an adventure? You all suited up.
No, I actually well, if you want to know, I found some people that I'm going to be traveling with.
Oh, party!
Yes. We are just kind of getting started, but I'm very excited for what we're going to do, and you can tell he's nervous. Like this, like no inside check needed. He's clearly like kind of nervous about this.
I'm sure you'll do great. Anyone will be lucky to travel with you. And if you ever need any help, the family's always available.
Right? Yes. I'll be sure to send postcards.
Hey, you going somewhere far with your party?
No, we're just going to we're going to be traveling to Dry Point together.
Be fun. You going through the Rhinestone Valley or around?
I'll probably go the route that Dad took around just because I think it's a bit safer. I mean, Envy wanted to go just through the valley, but I was a bit unsure about that. So, um, I said maybe coming back.
Yeah. I look forward to hearing about all your travels and your fun new teammates. Maybe we'll be able to meet them sometime. I've also made new friends. We could all get together for like a big cookout or something. Well, I'll probably have to wait till the weather settles, but yeah, I'm excited for you. Hope you have fun.
I think I will. Thank you, Castillo.
You have to tell me all about it when you get back.
I'll do my best.
And if you ever find your way over by Meridian, stop by.
Maybe I will.
And you'll bid him goodbye. Head back to his home. It's my brother.
Okay. I'm reading the hanger messages. What did you say? Hit so this is insane too.
Kaito. Kaito died.
Rest in peace. It's okay. I don't have to know. You can give it to yourself.
I think it was in response to the gun battery.
It's okay. What do you mean? It's super epic and based.
I think it was in response to me telling Marcella they can keep the last resort.
Hey, you know, it's their father's gun. They have every right to keep it as anybody else.
Yeah. And I trust Marcella with 2 batteries. I don't know about you.
I think so too. I think you should give him every battery in the world. Actually,
Well, I want one. You can have the rest of them. But I think if you're going to trust anyone, Marcella's a good choice.
alrighty. Second. Alrighty. Mm-hmm. Trying to think what I want to do next. Okay. Where are you guys?
I'm right here.
There you go. All right, can I just go in BRB? Let's take a 5.
5. Nope, I searched BRB into the search bar. That's not what I wanted.
Good job.
Thank you.
Very smart. I am placing blocks and shit because I'm in fucking Minecraft. No. Oh, Jesus. And I'll dream each night of some version of you that I. You know, I'm so curious how you're going to get this thing into your chest cavity.
Hi, sorry, I'm back.
Alright, we're taking a quick 5 while Kaito's out.
Oh, yeah, no, my fucking boss called me.
How are you doing, Oscar?
I'm doing good. I had to call my boss because he forgot to send me some information. I'm basically helping him make his schedule, so like,
He should be paying you more money. Whatever he's paying you now is not enough.
it's an easy job. It's just he texted me randomly, "Hey, compile all of this so I can have it." Jesus, dude. Uh, mm. The worst part is like, um, I'm doing like an extra. I'm just doing like an internship on the side, and this is that thing. So it's not like I'm.
Mm.
Yeah. So technically, I'm not actually getting paid.
You're not even getting paid for any of this? You're bourbon than I am. Although, I mean, yeah. That's
mean,
not out there.
I already have a paying job, so
Right.
this is. And technically, these are for people who are in school, so I have like a little bit of a gift.
Mm. I I submitted my I submitted Zap to the Redstones.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. I ended up submitting it. I edited it the night, but I edited it the night of. But I think Hayes' notes. Hayes said in his notes, he was like, "I think this is a fantastic script." So all of my notes are very nitpicky because he said that he wanted to go through it with a fine comb, and he was very, he was like, "I figured you wouldn't mind me doing that," and I'm like, "Oh, you're so nice."
Yeah.
He's great. I emailed him and was like, "Hey, thank you for all of your help."
Yeah.
No response,
Well,
but it's okay.
I still have yet to email him. I don't know. I
Mhm.
wrote some of the weirdest shit in his class.
I didn't think your stuff was weird, but no response. I'm like, ugh, Hayes, come on. I'm pouring my heart out here, Bucko. I gave him my number because he ever wanted to go get coffee.
I should say hi to him again.
Yeah.
Fuck, I have not written in like a while.
No, editing, honestly, editing Zap made me remember how much I do love writing and how much I do really enjoy it. I feel like it's easy to forget, because we get so busy with our lives. I don't know if like you, but me as a writer, like, I love writing, but sometimes I forget how much I enjoy doing it until like I don't do it for a while. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
I just haven't written because I just like
oh, sh- so the next big event in Eastern Johara. It seems like at least Sunny and 40 and you two are staying in Eastern Johara. Cass, you seem to be more in the west at Meridian. But Meridian is pretty interconnected with Zarif. So I'll give you guys two options. One is the Z Town Hockey Tournament. That is it's a national hockey tournament. A bunch of teams from our or sorry, not national. No national. Um, a bunch of teams from across the country come to Zarif and they do a big fucking like the hockey tournament. It's like March Madness but for hockey. Um, And Zarif makes it a huge deal. They like block a whole part of the city where the stadium is, because it's so fucking packed and like crazy afterwards that they just block like the street and everything. There's like food trucks and like vendors. There's live music playing outside of the stadium before you actually go in, and then also, there is also a performance in the stadium before the tournament as well. Tons of stuff going on with that. Um, Big way to get ingratiated is his reef. It's his Duharan culture for 40, who's basically an immigrant. Um, However, over the next couple of weeks, Dolus will occasionally pop in. Um, Probably with Cass, just to see how Cass is doing.
What
But
about his
do but
boyfriend?
but but Dolus, well, Atticus isn't available, unfortunately.
I was referring to Fordian, first of all.
um,
Crazy person. Anyways.
Cold. Fuck, cold. I'm drinking water. Very cold. Anyways, okay. So Dolus will invite you guys to go to one of his parties.
We love parties.
Unfortunately, they're happening around the same time. So for today, pick one.
Oh,
Party.
which party?
I kind of want to go to
The-
Dolus's party.
Do you want to go to
Party.
the Z-Town hockey tournament or do you want to go to Dolus's party?
Chris, let's go to the party.
Yeah, let's go to the party.
I think Sunny is like 14. Imagine all of the drugs Dolus will have. You love drugs.
Oh, you had me at drugs. Let's go.
Perfect. Here we go. And we make Cass. Can we make Cass like a little bit before we get there?
Yeah. You guys meet up. Cass, it's been at this point it's been about 2 or so weeks. Let me check the news updates. Anyone listen to the news while they get to Cass's?
Probably reading the like if we happen to pass by like a big TV shop that's playing the news, I'll watch for a little bit.
Good
Yeah.
show. Good show.
Hey, check this out.
Yeah, that's called the TV.
No, I mean like what's playing on it. I know what a TV is.
Sometimes I doubt you do. We watch at the TV.
Alright, imagine the music from before.
Wait, I have it pulled up. I'll play it.
I can send you it.
I already have it.
Okay.
Right, go for it.
You see, of course, Barbara and Jason on the screen again. Good morning, Duhara. The whole works. They talk about how there is supposedly a major winter storm headed. Expected in Zarif. This is about the end of the second week. A major storm headed in Zarif's direction. Expected to make landfall sometime next week. Next week being the third week of January. The 10th passes and talk about the peace talks and how generally things are optimistic, although largely inconclusive. It seems like Duhara and Kania were not able to come to major agreements about land acquisition. Kania has been making land grabs, according to the news. Has been making land grabs in the continent of Sidrai. They made an alliance with Kureen recently, which is a budding economy, very very early in its economy. Duhara doesn't like that, obviously. Duhara was like, "Kania, can you back off?" And Kania was like, "So you guys can make allies, but we can't." And Duhara was like, "Yeah."
So they
And Kania was like, "Okay, well, fuck you. We're gonna make allies with Kirin," and Duhara is not happy about that. But Kania doesn't seem to be showing any kind of major hostility outside of those economic ties that it's currently making. So no war. That's the good news. No war happening right now. Things are still tense. Things are still tense, but the peace talks seem to have gone somewhat okay. Jada Amber Scott's court date was announced for January 17th. She'll be under house arrest until then. And Michael Russell Rowland, respected journalist at the Mystic Tribune, has been found dead in his car. It's believed that he passed away from cardiac arrest. He'll be greatly missed by his family and his friends.
That's definitely a murder. You don't just die in there. Look at that.
Least of all in a car. I'd hate to die in a car.
Yeah. Do you know how many people my people have iced that way?
How many?
It's
Give me a rough number.
Oh, man. How much time do you got?
For you to say one number? Probably like 30 seconds.
It's been history. Like, there's been like millions, probably.
Millions? That's a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh.
How many cards you got? Never mind, now I'm bored.
No, it was a lot of murder. I miss those days. I actually poisoned one politician myself once.
I thought you liked politicians because they let you do drugs.
I do. Some need to go though. Some need to go.
That's awesome.
You know, they kind of make rules, and then like, you know, one of the other governors call, and then they say, hey, can you send some guy to, you know, ice him? So you know, it's all part of the culture.
So it's not so much you did it of your own volition. You got hired to do it.
Oh yeah, no, it was fun. I got to go to the gala.
Wow, fancy over here. Okay.
Yeah. Nice guy, had a family.
Well, everybody has a family.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Sorry, I just had to. Alright, continue.
Oh God.
Well, I think it gets to Castillo's commune in a timely fashion. Castillo. What does the house look like? It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think when the party visited, it was like always boarded up, ready to be sold. But now that Sio's actually moved back into it, the house is pretty lively. There's a bunch of winter plants outside. The ivy grows on the building, even though it's freezing out. There's a big garden in front, flowers, vegetables. There is some construction going on, and there are some new greenhouses going in. The curtains from outside you can see are bright red, some are green, accenting on them. And there's a big gate at the front entrance. And it has Darling Bastard written across it. Yeah.
Mm,
It's a nice, well-kept place.
it's a nice place you got here.
Oh, thank you. Bought it forever ago, never had much use for it until recently.
Right. So, have you been since, you know, that old fiasco?
I have been doing surprisingly good. Amazing, even. I think things are going to get better. Well, yeah. My career's up and going. Made a bunch of new friends. I got into some hobbies, got married.
You got married?
Congratulations!
Well, officially. Just
Who's the lucky person?
My husband, Forrest. He was in the RV when we picked you up.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy you were Yeah.
He's a real big guy, you know, super tall, green hair.
Oh,
He's got a
yeah.
fucking-
Yeah, I remember him. Oh, nice guy.
I never got to officially do things, but
The ring and everything?
what was it?
You got a ring?
Oh yeah, we had rings.
Oh, that's nice.
We'll have an actual party eventually. Celebrate.
Oh,
Family was invited to the courthouse. I just wanted to keep
Oh.
it small.
keep reminding me so I can make sure to get you a gift.
Oh, you gonna get me a gift? You don't have to. Oh, speaking of gifts, he'll give you 2 boxes.
Oh,
Fox.
And it's getting cold out, so Sunny, some gloves for you. And 40, I don't know if you really have like hands, so I just got you a scarf.
oh no, it's wonderful. You see me wrap it around myself? Ah,
You look sharp.
thank you.
It adds on to your tracksuits.
Yeah. Yeah, no. You know, I thought you should probably get more clothes, right? I mean,
I've been dying to go shopping with you to just dress you up and put you in whatever looks nice.
yeah. No, yeah, I can't stay in this thing all day. It probably smells. Oh, yeah, it does.
What odd thing to say. Yes.
You do know Earth has showers, right? You know about those?
Oh no, I remember. I've taken baths, though I keep splashing the water around because, you know, instinct.
I know I keep making you clean the bathroom every time you do it. We could get
I'm
you like
tired.
a pool or something.
There's a couple ponds. I do have a pool,
Do you have like a really
but there's a couple ponds in the back.
a
Oh.
pond would work good for you? Maybe?
Just
Maybe.
don't disturb the koi.
I don't. I feel like earth soap might be too harsh on your feathers.
It's okay. It's all right.
I can lend you some of the stuff I use on the chickens.
Chickens. That feels
Well, that's
racist.
perfect.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get you
man.
washed up before we go to the party. Oh yeah, Cass, there's a Dolus party.
Oh, awesome.
Hmm.
You wanna go with?
Yeah, let me see if I can direct my husband along. I think it'd be good to get him out of the house. $2 party. Have fun.
Mhm. Can we like go walk around your commune?
Do you try to go inside?
I think. Well, it's 40 and it's gonna go.
He'll
take
let
a
you
shower.
outside.
So he's like, "Okay, I'll come with me."
He like stops at the door. Oh, do you want to come in?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let 40 and go in all by himself.
All right then.
Okay. You guys, okay.
Is that,
Just a warning,
is
things
that
are a
not
bit.
cool?
No, you can come in. You know those friends I mentioned?
Oh yeah.
They do kind of live here.
Oh,
Oh, you got a full house.
Not quite full yet. Working on it.
are they like just like staying for the weekend or?
Forever.
Oh,
Like permanent residence.
Mhm.
And your husband, he's okay with that?
like a homeless?
Well, we've worked things out. They have friends that wanted to stay around, and again, best way to help people, guide them, is if they're around you.
Oh no, I
Keep an eye on 'em.
get it, but I assume that eventually they'll probably find a place of their own, right?
No, they'll be good here.
Okay, fair enough.
I looked at 40 and like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
You just go tell you like, I don't fucking know.
Alright, cool. Let's go get
Yeah,
you
no.
washed up, 40, and we'll go like gently push him inside.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know if the Haven is active yet.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I
Oh,
mean, you can describe however you want.
As you go inside, it kind of like this little bit of a weight falls on your shoulders.
Ooh,
Since you're both mages, I believe.
I'm a bard, but yeah, mage basically.
Mage.
And
Ooh,
magic is just a little bit harder now.
huh.
While you're in the building.
Y'all feel that?
I fly.
What was that?
Can I fly? Sunny has like a. That's like a thing she can do with her class, but can she do that in here?
I think it's funnier if she can't fly.
It's really mean and not nice.
Is it like heavier in the room?
Yeah, it's kind of like
It's like a metaphorical heavy, so I assume.
Yeah.
No,
it's not
heavy.
actually like pressure bearing down on you.
Okay, because I would break my hollow bones.
We break.
I think
bones
you knew more so means that like magic, like when you try to do magic stuff, it feels like a bit of a resistance.
But we can kind of feel it though, right?
Yeah, messing with your threads in the weave.
Hey, anyone feel that? It just feels kind of weird in here.
Yeah, what
I
the hell
can't
is
really.
this?
I really don't like magic in my home.
You cast magic.
I just I do. That's my magic. I prefer it to be like outside with nature. So I just kind of helped rearrange the weave in here a little bit.
Okay. Is there like a sign? Do I look and there's like a sign that says no magic, but it's like a really nice like. Is it like a flowery sign?
I like one of those like live, laugh, love, but it's no magic.
Yeah.
There's a sign of rules. One of them is no magic.
Oh,
You
nice.
see, you see like a fire genasi like writing the rules like on like this like the very flowery kind of handwriting on like a board.
Do they not have hair? Because it's no magic. Are they bald?
No, I think they still have their hair.
No. So
It's like a racial. It's like a racial. It's like a racial food thing.
He gets to have magic
Yeah.
hair, but I don't get to fly. Whatever.
I can still fly.
I imagine you could fly if you like. I imagine you could fly if you're like, I'm gonna fly now and like fly, but you're like trying to ambiently hover.
You can't ambiently
No.
hover. This is fucked.
Can't ambiently hover.
Okay. Fording, go take
Yeah,
your bath.
Oh, do you want to meet people, Sunny, while Freudian's taking a bath?
You just hear like the water turn on. You just hear splashing, or like every few seconds he just like. You know how birds do,
Later.
like
Yeah.
to wash themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, I'll meet one.
Misty should be around here. You might like her.
Who?
Misty. Oh, she's great. President of my fan club, actually. Didn't know that until a couple days for her leaving here.
Are all these people in your fan club?
All of them are in the fan club. All of them are fans. You know?
just hear slightly in the bathroom. Woo!
He's having fun.
Oh my god. Yeah, he does that sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I'll hear him, like, I'll go to sleep in my room, and then sometimes I can hear him, like, try to sneak into the shower. But he's not very sneaky, and I just keep hearing feathers and water and, you know?
Yeah. So the new guests here aren't very sneaky either. It's okay.
Huh. I think you can tell. Cindy's kind of, like, put off a little bit by the situation.
Yeah,
She-
but like the thing is, like,
yeah.
the thing is, the reason why 40 like is just so interesting in cocaine is because he can find it nowhere else in the solar system because it's kind of like died out. So it's just like he's just like so fascinated by it.
He's so funny. It's my bird buddy.
Doing okay,
Um,
Sonny. You seem a little weirded out.
What? No.
Are you sure?
I think it's just a lot to take in. You know, in my my apartment. In my apartment, by the way. I
I'll have to
kinda-
visit sometime.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Am I not invited?
Well, I try to. I mean, you can come in if I'm there. I mean, like I have keys and stuff. Like I lock it. You know what I mean? So you can't like just show up and be like, "Hey, waltz on in."
Okay.
Like you can come back.
It's good to have boundaries.
No, not what I mean. I like you can show up. That's fine. I'm not explaining myself
Okay.
correctly. Where's this Misty girl?
Misty? Go find her. We're upstairs.
I'll keep my
I'll
mind league.
drag you along.
I'll mind league with 40 and just in case. Be like, hey, I'm gonna meet some rando. Where and then I'll direct him like if he finishes his bath early, we're over here.
Good to know. Ooh, yeah, give me a second.
Gonna swap eddies with this rando gonk.
Oh my god. What the hell is this guy talking about?
You just hear cawing from like the bathroom.
He's so silly. Okay.
40 and okay.
Yeah, he's good. He's just doing, you know, alien stuff. They have a different kind of
Alien,
bath
right.
than us Earthlings. Well, you Earthlings.
Yeah, he wipes off his beak as he like leaves, and he's like, "Huh, thank you, thank you, Cass. That was
You knew.
I almost said he knew. Thank you, Cass. That was very nice.
Anytime. You got into some fun stuff, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we'll call it that. Don't worry, I cleaned up everything before.
That's good.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't want
Steven is
to,
like,
you know.
in mind, like Steven is like, did you do coke in the bathroom?
Of course I did coke in the
Oh
bathroom.
my
What do you
fucking
take?
god!
What do you take?
Steve's gonna look between you two like Darius and you're staring at each other silently. The way you do when Sunny has a mind link up.
What? Hey, I'm just asking if 40 and had a good time in the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay, don't phrase it like that, because you might get. I mean,
you did say you had a great time in the bathroom. That was you. That was me.
you know what? Oh man, I am out of it. Oh,
Anyways, we're gonna be Kistia's new buddy Misty. I think if
Ah,
she's around.
We might be busy with the animals.
I'm sad.
Let's just grab my husband. We'll head out to the party.
hmm. Hey, have you gotten any contact from the other people in the group? You know.
They died.
I've been invited to Ax's podcast. I think
Yes.
that's what they call it.
I think it's a radio show.
Mm.
I don't know what a podcast is.
It's a
Oh.
new upcoming thing.
You know what? Those will get really popular. You know, they're very popular in Ruffletti. Oh, there are thousands of them. Not even people who really are informative. Sometimes they just say dumb shit and people buy into it.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
I'd love to live in a nation that has a bunch of stupid people saying things.
Yeah. It's real sexist though.
Oh. Okay.
Sexism exists?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Wow. Crazy.
Hey, no matter how advanced you are, someone is gonna learn how to hate someone else for no good reason.
Yeah, we have that with left and right. PR Nation. I pulled up a picture of the map. This left side.
Hopefully we
hates
can
this right
figure
side.
that out and fix it eventually, though.
Yeah.
What is
I mean-
this earth without love and peace and all that?
You got that right, and you hear behind you guys a small voice. As you look down and you see a not too terribly small for a dwarf, about 4'11" or so. A dwarven woman with bright ginger hair tied into pigtails and a large bow on top, almost like a little wrapped present. Wearing like a red shawl with just like a simple kind of tied like old t-shirt that's like tied in the back, and sort of a looser skirt. She waves at Sunny and Forrest. She goes, I haven't met you two. I'm Misty Fairyheart. You might have seen me on the if you live in the area in Meridian, you may have seen me on the weather. But
Shit. It's a pleasure to meet you. Name's Fordian.
thank you. Nice to meet you, Fordian. And she will shake your hand, or your feather, your
Yeah.
feathers, and she'll go. And you, fellow redhead, nice to see you.
Howdy. Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm Sunny.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have said that.
No worries. Castillo actually told me about both of you guys, so I was just a matter of when I would meet you.
Yeah.
And now we've met. So, Castillo, I just wanted to let you know that I currently have Kirsten going to the market to restock on our olive oil and our canola oil.
Awesome. Glad you're on top of that. Did you need any money?
No, we have that all sorted out already. We still have leftovers from what you gave us for the first week. It's just a matter of building up the pantry and getting that all put together. So no concerns there.
You are
Um,
always so on top of things.
Thank you. It's my job at work, so nothing particularly new. But I don't mind. It's good work, so it's always fulfilling, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But it was very nice meeting you too. I'm going to go make sure that Flannan has what he needs to do his biscuits tonight.
Awesome. If you need anything, you can always reach me with sending.
Don't worry, I have you on speed dial.
Great to hear that. He is the best. You guys would not believe it. It's really a miracle.
Keep that in mind.
Hmm. Is she like your personal assistant? That's cool.
Oh, she's just best friend, basically.
Does
And
she?
she takes
Yeah.
care of things around here pretty well. What was
Wait,
that?
does she live here too?
Oh, they all live here.
Oh, open house, I guess.
Yeah. Like I said, it's easiest to take care of people when they're all in one spot and you just keep track of them.
Yeah.
Better than running after people who don't want to be taken care of.
Was that a jab at someone or just?
No. I hold no malice. That is
Can,
far beyond me.
Heard that too.
can I do an inside check?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was so funny. Yeah, I'm sure Cassie was telling the truth, but the way 40 said it was really funny. Is it
31.
anyone?
Oh my
Wait,
god.
wait, mine's only 22.
I have a very high insight.
My goat.
Castillo has a lot of complicated feelings. Most of them are good feelings. He doesn't mean anything malicious by it. Might have a little bit of grudges and angers that he's trying to push away, but at the moment he's pretty happy at the moment.
Okay. Well, clearly that was my mistake. You seem like a very, very well put. You are a very well put together person, so I shouldn't have thought otherwise.
It's alright. Everyone makes mistakes, huh? Our job to forgive, forget, and move on and grow as people.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, everyone can do some growing.
Oh, yeah.
So he's looking at you like I'm fucking face.
Like what?
So he's looking. Hold on. You know that Gojo gif?
I do not.
Where. Like the. Sorry.
Something wrong, Sunny?
No, you just said that kind of in such a way that I was like, what is this guy talking about? But you have good you have good intentions, so I'm sure you didn't mean anything by it.
I always have good intentions. What kind of person would I be if I ever went into anything with malice in my heart?
Oh, well.
Okay, well, I
You
mean, sometimes a little malice is good.
Hmm.
and I definitely came from different worlds.
That's alright. We all come from different worlds, even.
Oh wait,
We all live on one.
Yeah, but
Oh,
he
wait,
meant
I
it literally.
oh
Yes,
yeah, no,
not literally. We're all raised differently. We're all different experiences in life, and that's shaped us to who we are. We can't fault each other for that. We
mhm.
can only try to mend paths and head people to what we think is best for them.
I got a quick question for you.
Yes,
So like one of these people, if they have to like go to like I don't know, go hang out with their family for a while, can they like do that?
of course. I mean,
Well, also, do they like pay rent or something? Or they?
no,
Or is it just like provide everything?
I
Yeah.
provide everything for them.
Oh, I see. I would have, if it was me, not saying it has to be you, but if it was me, I would have, asked for a little bit of cutback.
I make plenty as a rock star. Figured I'd put the money to good use. Meals, clothes, anything we need, really.
Then they just like work for you, kind of.
And they help take care of the estate, keep things clean, We help keep each other in line, make sure none of us get too crazy. And it's just a big social thing. You know, we should all do our part to be part of the community. People are nothing without their community.
I agree. I just don't usually have my community all live in one spot.
Yeah, I don't usually have my community next door.
You don't have neighbors.
Yeah, but I don't really talk to them too much.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, we sometimes yell at them for noise complaints, but that's about it.
Well, sometimes it's 3 in the morning. Somebody wants to play their smooth jazz record so badly.
Oh my god, he doesn't stop.
I don't know why. 3 in
Like
the morning.
he's not bad. I know he's not hard of hearing. Like, why does he need that so loud?
It's
I'm
so
just
loud.
not a big fan of living among people. You can always go get your own house. I mean, houses
I
aren't that expensive.
I know, but you know, Sonny offered, and you know,
I was talking to Sunny.
oh,
Yeah, wow. I mean, just kidding. I don't know. I like being able to live close to Delilah and stuff.
Oh, I was going to offer maybe you could live around here. I am building a new area for homes. Our numbers keep growing every day.
So, like, how many people are you gonna keep here?
yeah.
Yes, I can.
I mean, like, is it a revolving thing? Like, do you have like rooms that like are like booked or something?
No, people pretty much just move in, kind of their life here.
Yeah.
They
Oh.
like being around me. I like being around them. I'm here to help people. That's kind of my purpose in life, I suppose.
Well, that's a very noble purpose.
I like to think so.
I know you are much nicer than most people I know.
Much nicer than most people I know too. But there's always time to learn. Improve
Yeah.
yourself.
I am not known to be around nice people usually.
Well, hopefully we can change that.
Nice. Looking right at for you.
Well, I meant like from my planet. That's what I meant.
Wow.
I
Are
mean,
you ever going to head back?
I honestly don't know. I mean, there might not even be a way back.
I'm sure we can find you a ship.
If you're stuck here, know that the Earth welcomes you with open arms.
Yeah, no, I don't know. My first 7 months weren't that great.
You got like a rocky beginning. Paint your whole experience here.
I mean, you guys were all right. I mean, you guys got me out of there, and you also gave me a place to stay, so, you know, pretty good after that.
No, it's only up from here.
Yeah, and we also got to blow up that fucking facility, which was, that was that was a great day.
Finally, like, it was a good day.
Uh,
Anyways, Dola's party, yeah.
Nia, does Forrest want to come to the party with us?
Yeah, she
Nia died.
does.
Nia died. R.I.P.
What did happen?
Sorry, I have to look at something. What did you ask me?
Oh, does Forrest want to come to the Dola's party with us?
Forrest is. I'm gonna say he says no.
Damn.
Not because he's upset with you or anything, but he's tired.
Sounds like he's
That's
upset
alright.
with you.
No. My husband's free to rest if he'd like.
He tells you that he loves you.
Oh,
Give him a kiss on the cheek.
It's like blah. Anyways,
oh my god.
blah.
So where is Dolus's party?
This is an important question actually. Before we do anything else, Ian, when does Cass do the procedure?
I think as soon as he gets the battery back.
As soon as he gets the battery back.
Wait, so
Okay,
do you
cool.
look different now?
Good question. Have I got the battery back yet?
When did you give him? When did you give Marcelo the?
I want to say like really early into the new year.
Okay.
Probably like
So we're,
first week so, or
we're
so.
at the second week. Hmm. Do you remember how long it took Fear to make the Blaster's Word?
It was a while. I'm
It was
pretty
a
sure it took him
while.
like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Well, it's been 2 weeks.
Oh,
Um.
how convenient.
Um. Here's what I think. Marcelo. I think Marcelo's gonna need one more week. So no, you haven't done it yet.
Buggers.
Whoa.
We still look normal.
You still look normal.
Not too crazy yet either.
Party time.
Party time.
So Castillo, for Dolus's party, Dolus gave you some little candies. They kind of look like uh what's that candy called? Hold on.
Reese's?
Gumballs. They kind of like gumballs. He just said, take a little bite, take a big old take a big old bite when you wanna come through.
Still will explain it. It's like not too different than the apple. These ones are Cambolsa.
Is it just one or is it like multiple?
It's one per person.
Okay. Okay, sure.
Pass the gumball out to everyone.
40 and don't choke on this.
All right.
Can you chew? Do you have teeth?
Well,
No, not really.
you can't just peck at things.
Yeah, no, I mostly just peck at things. You see me just pecking at the gumball. Ah,
Do
yeah,
you,
ah,
do you like have it in your hand or hand, quote unquote, but it just like keeps going
yeah,
a little bit to the side?
yeah, ah, yeah, God, yeah, yeah.
Here, I'll
You just
hold it.
see
I'll
like,
hold it in my hand. I'll hold it in my hand.
thank you. Ah. You just see me pecking at it.
Ow. No, you have my hand.
Oh, sorry. You know what? I'll hold it. I'll hold it.
What if I like toss it to you and then you catch it with your beak?
You could put it on like the floor.
On the floor? You want 40 to eat on the floor?
I mean, that's how the chickens do it at the
He's
commune.
not a chicken, he's a person.
It's a beak.
Rabbit. Here, 40, and open your mouth. I'll toss it.
All right, got it.
I wind it up. I'll
Yeah.
toss it in, and then I'll pop mine in.
Yeah. Nice.
Tastes like mangoes.
All right. Um, can we do one more quick five?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
All right, 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
He's just like, so where like the big wolf guy? Where'd he go?
Good question. Nobody knows.
Really? Does he just disappear every now and then?
No, it's like, you know how we all came together and we were like, let's do our own separate thing real quick.
Yeah.
I think he's just doing his own separate thing right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I'm sure it's hard taking care of the little girl.
yeah, no. I mean, girl that powerful. Jesus. I mean, did you see what he did? I mean, I was there fighting with them while you guys were, I don't know what you guys were doing over there, but I was finding them around the corner, and man, those two were like crazy. Huh.
Yeah.
They're a pretty good team up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I worry about that guy.
There's much to worry about. They
Yeah.
both really need to do better with accepting help,
Or at least we know where she gets it from.
and we should also do better with offering and pushing
Yeah.
help.
I was hoping
Yeah.
Because it's not always easy to accept help, especially on somebody who grew up the way
I don't
they
like saying
did.
it. Cecil reminds me of one of my old bosses.
Cecil?
Yeah. No, I mean Atticus. Sorry,
You
sorry.
should say see. Sorry, my bad.
Atticus reminds me of one of my old bosses.
How so?
Oh, the straightforwardness, the kind of steely focus, the no take no shit attitude. Uh, you know, it reminds me of one of my old bosses. Got it just like it made me be like, oh shit, I should like. It almost made me like reactively like kind of like, oh shit, I should listen. I should do whatever he says. But then it's just like, I remember, oh wait, he's not my boss right now. Yeah,
Oh my god,
that
Say looks fucking heartbroken when you.
yeah. I actually used to be the guy's driver. Uh,
Really?
yeah. Um, I mean, if you want to know how it ended, I can tell you.
Are you comfortable sharing that experience?
Yeah, if you
Oh
want
yeah,
to.
no. Well, one of the higher ups, they got tired of him, and they said, "Hey, you, the driver, put a bomb in your car and leave and blow it up." So I did. Right after he told me, uh, right after he said that I was like his brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Still think of Julio.
was that their name?
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Do you ever regret it?
Sometimes I think about it, but with Raffletti culture, it's I've said it back there, but when you die, you die. There's nothing after that.
That sounds so good.
It's so that people don't think about it too much. So that they're just like, yep, they're gone. Can't deal with that now. But it doesn't always work.
I suppose that makes this life that more impactful then, right? Knowing this is your only chance and
Yeah.
your only bit at it.
Thing is, I like that boss, but it happens. Sometimes one boss, either he gets too big for his britches or he I don't know, he outweighs his use and, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm. Your horror culture isn't too far off from that.
Learn that. We always act like we're high and mighty, but sometimes we forget we are cult where we come from are those primitive places.
In the end, we're all just flesh and blood.
Sorry, I didn't mean to give you
No,
that story.
No.
I
you're
mean,
fine.
I sometimes forget humans don't tell morbid stories
Yeah,
from.
we should tell more. Afterlife is something we really should face more often.
Yeah,
Not just like dying, but like the grief that comes with it and just the transition.
yeah,
Personally, I've been thinking about what's going on after I die eventually. Because it'll come for us all, no
yeah.
matter who we may think. God, mortal, spirit.
Just to be clear, I wasn't gonna, I'm not saying that I would blow Atticus up. That I make that clear. I'm not like planning to explode him if someone tells me to.
Figured as much.
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line?
Honestly, I do not know.
Boundaries are important. You might want to figure it out.
You know, it's just I was born not to think about. I was born to think there was no line. That's what they taught me.
Well,
Well,
you can always forego your teachings. Come back to more natural
yeah,
compassion, love.
you're in a whole different place now. I don't know how
Yeah.
long Ruffaletti culture will be able to, you know.
That's why I was so shocked when you guys so astutely defended Gwen.
He's a child. She deserves to be defended.
Yeah, but it's just I never seen something like that.
Really? What are the children like? Or I guess what is the childhoods?
Well, I mean,
Ever fled again.
we take care of them, we love them, similar to here, but guess sometimes if they live or die, that's sometimes not on us.
What do you mean not on us?
I don't think you really want to know. You see just 40 in like kind of like just like in a deep pondering state.
It's okay. You don't have to tell us if you don't want to.
You know, similar to earbirds here. You know, they take care of the young for a little bit, but at some point, but if they die, they die.
We don't want too hard when one falls out of the nest.
Yeah. Yeah.
You realize there's more responsibilities, just the other birds take care of.
I mean, you teach them how to fly, but you know,
And that's all you can do.
Sometimes they just fall.
yeah. I mean,
And those falls are not easy.
yeah. Shit, I'm way too sober. Hold on.
Didn't you just do
Oh,
cocaine?
If you want
yeah.
some, there's some opium in there. Oh, it looks like you've already got something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that, oh, sometimes I get way too dark for myself. Oh,
It's alright.
Jesus.
We're here if you ever want to get dark again. Or well, I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
We live together.
Doesn't bother us.
that's, nice to know.
You're always free to come visit if you'd like. I
Mm.
do live a bit away from you guys.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, you're fascinating to me, because you're not out for yourself. Castillo, Sonny, both of you, this kind of hospitality, it's not natural to me.
Caring for each other is about the only natural thing left to this world.
I I feel like I gave you guys like a crash course, like a morbid crash course on Ruffletti culture.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's great, but I mean,
I've seen the way people live, how they act, why they act the way they are. It is great. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, would you ever want to go back?
I sometimes miss having voice command coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's nothing wrong with putting it on yourself.
Yeah, no, it just took me a while. Sonny
Right.
remembers when I was screaming at the thing.
Yeah.
I'm suddenly very glad I don't live in your apartment.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no, it took a while to get myself readjusted.
Yeah, but we got time.
Nothing but it.
We ain't in no rush. At least not now, which is good.
Yeah, yeah. So What do you think's gonna happen to that president lady?
Yeah, someone's probably going to assassinate her.
Ah,
They tried that, remember?
Or try. Yeah, it takes time sometimes.
Okay,
Hmm.
yeah, but she got shot
Mm.
in the head.
Heads aren't always fatal.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yes.
grew back. It grew back. You saw that. You saw that with me.
You've seen some of the stuff this party's been through.
Got my ass. Damn.
Usually you've seen more than I have. I suppose.
What the fuck?
I'm just saying, you had the last timeline. On top of this timeline. I'm
Yes.
curious.
What are you curious about?
sorry, is Leo back or?
No.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
Oh,
ah!
we
Yeah,
were
but you guys were
talking.
role playing, so I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. We do
We're just
my.
passing our time.
Yeah, sorry.
We got a
No,
little.
it's okay. How long have you been playing for, Kaito?
We have been playing for 2 hours and 21 minutes.
Okay. I got really pretty suddenly tired.
Uh-huh.
So I think it would be a good idea to end here and waiting to do the party.
That's okay.
That's all right.
But I don't know. I got really suddenly tired. And God,
It's
I'm gonna
okay.
be.
You said it yourself. This was a fairly chill.
Yeah, not big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. I just don't want to I want to be respectful of your guys' time and stuff.
Yeah, go ahead and rest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead. I wasted a little too much time telling the story.
No, it's
You're
good. I'm glad that you padded it up. Alternatively, you guys can talk for the next 20-some minutes if you really want to. But
I think I'm good. But this was. I mean,
Oscar
I.
does not want to talk to us.
Oscar said,
Oh
fuck you guys.
no! No,
No.
absolutely. I love talking to you guys, but it's just like
No, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So Josh, Sylvia, hopefully, I'm trying to say, Dad and Sylvia, hopefully Josh will be back next week. And what I'll do is ask them what they're doing in the 2.5 weeks, and then if you guys want, you guys go to Dola's party together.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
okay. Hey, look! I got to do 2 hits of cocaine this session. I think I'm
You
good.
did get to do 2 hits of cocaine, and
No, and you didn't
Oscar,
even share? Like that?
Yeah, no sharing.
Oh
Man.
wait. Yeah.
Oscar, for your 2 allies, um, do you want to? Because the open invitation to make characters totally from scratch, or if you would rather tell me what you want each ally to do what their job is or whatever, and then I make the NPC. That's also an option if you don't want to make 2 NPCs.
I mean, I think we'll kind of maybe do a little bit of a middle ground. We'll I was hoping to talk through it with you,
Yeah.
just kind of I'll probably I want to say they have smaller roles, not too big.
Mm-hmm.
Their perspective groups, but yeah.
Alright. Let me know in our little DM chat in the server. And we'll go from there. I have and then I'll talk to you more about the thing.
Yeah.
And then Kaito,
Yeah.
um,
I'm kind of just chilling.
we'll meet your NPC next session.
Which one? I have 2.
You have 2,
Oh, both
and
of them?
they're both my children.
I'm glad that you like them. Did
Oh,
you see what I made?
did you see what I made?
Oh my
I
goodness.
have not read your updates,
Oh, okay. That's okay.
but
I hope you will like her.
If we
I
are-
will probably like it quite a bit.
Okay.
we should.
Good night.
I should probably head out if we are finished up.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Bye, Oscar.
A lot of
Okay,
fun.
go.
Alright. Oh, and just be warning. Just be very cautious of the story he just told you.
What?
I just want to point that out.
Cautious.